Hello and welcome to the Organized Family and another week. I feel like it has been quite a few videos since I've sat down and actually had a chat with you. I have makeup on today and unfortunately I didn't just do it for you in this video. I've been recording some additional videos for my online program, the Organized Family Kitchen Edition. It's going to be launching at the end of September. So more details will be coming out about that soon, but I'm so excited. There are so many changes that I have made. But let me tell you, doing an online coaching program is not for the faint of heart. I mean, creating one. Doing it, you will be fine because I have really stepped it out. But creating one is not for the faint of heart. It has been, there's a lot of work that goes into it. So much of my time has been taken up recently from doing that, but I'm so excited and I hope maybe some of you as my YouTube viewers will be joining me in that program. As I said, more information is to come on that. But, wild ride. Something that I find really interesting about social media is there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason in what people like and what they identify with. So on Instagram, I can have reels that get thousands and thousands of views, and then I can get reels that get like 200 views. Or like YouTube videos, I can get YouTube videos that are like over 900 views, then others struggle to even make 100 views. And honestly, I don't know why or what the difference is, but I appreciate you being here and you watching my video because it really does mean a lot. My heart and soul goes into my business because honestly, I'm just so passionate about helping women and supporting women because, you know, my own story is I felt very unsupported and alone and abandoned by people early in my motherhood journey. And I'm not just talking about like close relationships, friendships, and family. I'm also talking about professionals that really did not treat me properly or take me seriously. So I know what I know what it feels like to just feel so alone and unsupported. It really is awful and isolating. And so, you know, my mission with my business, with everything I do, is just to connect to women, to build a community, to be there for each other, and to support you in your journey. So I appreciate you being here because, as I said, my heart and soul goes into it. And even though I try not to get caught up in the metrics of business, it is really disappointing when I put my heart and soul into something and not many people have seen it or engaged with it. But in saying that, if you're interested in a particular topic and I haven't covered it, please let me know. Leave me a comment on this video and let me know what you would love to see a video on because, you know, I create these for you. I create these to try and support you and trying to think about what I would have wanted when I was in my struggling season of my life. I think about what I really wanted and what I needed. So if I haven't yet covered something, please let me know and I will prioritize that. But this week, I want to share with you how to stay on top of your washing. Now, if you have followed me and watched some of my previous videos, you know that I don't always stay on top of my washing. In fact, when things get overwhelming and things get busy in my week, folding and putting away my washing is the first thing to drop off my list. Because I can't do everything, right? And I refuse to give in to the mentality of the hustle. Everything has to be perfect. To be a successful mum, we have to do it all. That is really not what my business is about. In fact, for me, organization and routines is a way for you to honor your time and what's important. Because by putting systems in place, it means you have time and space for what is important. So when things get overwhelming and busy, I won't compromise on family time. I won't compromise on my own self-care and rest time. Washing is the first thing that goes off my list, but I'm okay with that. As I said, I refuse to give into the hustle mentality and having everything perfect, and I do not tie my self-worth to what I achieve as a mother or as a employee. So to get a better understanding of that, if you haven't yet watched my video, A Day in the Life, I'll link it below. Go and watch that. You will see my washing is out of control and I catch up after a week. You will also see that even though my washing is out of control, I spend so much time in the daytime prioritizing my own rest. And that's a non-negotiable for me. So I really hope that you can understand that the mission of my business is not about creating more hustle for women, more hustle for mums, making you feel like you have to achieve in order to have self-worth, because that's not it. It's about creating the systems to support the life that you want. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to staying on top of your washing and controlling your washing, there is not one system, one way that is going to work for every family. And that's in all areas of life. And you know, that is the power of coaching and being able to see clients one-on-one, because we all have different values, different budgets, different family sizes, different home sizes, different work commitments. Like, all of those factors play into what is going to work for you and your family. So if somebody is trying to tell you that there's this one way to achieve everything or this one way to do things, you know, I wouldn't believe them, because there is no one way. We're so individual. And I know that might seem hypocritical, because I'm about to launch a 6-week online group coaching program. But I can assure you, in that program, I am giving you the tools to figure out what's right for your family. I'm not teaching the one and only way in that course, but I'm teaching the tools for you to develop for your family. So in saying that, as I go through the how to stay on top of your washing as a family, I'm going to give some different options, because as I said, it all works differently for families. So let's start with what we do as a family. In an ideal week, I schedule a load of washing every single night. I prefer to have smaller loads of washing, and so what I do is, everyone knows their clothes for the day. They go put it in front of the laundry for me. Before I go to bed, I put it in my washing machine, but I don't turn my washing machine on. I schedule it to finish for whatever time I'm getting up in the morning, and that time varies depending on whether I'm working or not, but generally the washing is finishing about 6 or 7 a.m. So therefore, before I go to work, before I do school drop off, whatever it is, I can deal with that washing to get dried, whether it's in the dryer, on the line, whatever it may be. That then means at the end of the day, I have one small load that is dried. I can fold that load, and part of our daily jobs, I'm a huge believer in kids contributing to the household, and for it not to be a punishment, but just the culture of we all help in this family. And so at the end of the day, everyone can put away their clothes from the previous day, and that's the washing done. So that's my ideal, and sometimes we are really on top of that. But as I said, in crazy weeks, what generally happens is I still wash every day and I still dry every day, but sometimes I don't always get to the folding and the putting away, and that is when I get baskets pile up, and before I know it, I have a whole week's worth of washing to fold and put away. Now, when that happens to me, because alternatively, some people don't like washing each day and they just like to have a washing day, and they just might smash through, depending on the size of their family, like 2 to 6 loads in a day or so. And if that's you and you just like to do it on once a week, or like you get behind like I do and you've got this huge pile of washing, a strategy that I really love is having enough baskets for members in your family. So when my washing has piled up, or if you've done one big weekly load, what you can then do is sort out your washing into the different people. So, and this is a job the kids can do. My kids started doing it from like when they were 2. And so everyone has their own washing basket, and you simply just chuck in the clothes to everyone's. Once it is sorted, it's then really easy to pick up that basket, take it to the person's room, and fold and put away, fold and put away, fold and put away. So that's another really good strategy. So if you get behind, or if you just want to wash once a week, have enough baskets for everyone, sort it, then fold it and put away. Now, another strategy, and a strategy in fact my own mum used when I was growing up to kind of eliminate the sorting factor, is we each had our own washing day. So in our bedrooms, we had our own dirty wash baskets, and we each had a set day in the week. So we were a family of 5, so it was like every weekday somebody had their washing day, and on your washing day you brought your dirty wash basket to the laundry. Mum would wash it and dry it. She would put it in a clean basket, and in fact we ended up building custom shelves, and so we had 5 shelving spaces in our laundry that fit a laundry basket. So she would then put our clean folded clothing in our laundry basket on our shelf, and it was then our responsibility to get our basket and take it back up to our room and put it away. So that's another strategy that kind of eliminates your sorting. It definitely is one that works better as your kids are a bit older and can be more hands-on in knowing their day, bringing their washing, and as we got older, we turned on our own washing, and then while we were at school, in high school, she would take care of the drying and folding it for us, and then we put it away. So that is also another strategy to help you stay on top of your washing. Another strategy that I do love is having set days for washing towels and different bedding. It can be too easy, and no judgment. You get so busy in life and then suddenly you're thinking, oh my, I can't remember the last time I washed my bedding, which is a scary thought, right? So again, just like having a designated day for clothing, it's really great to have a designated day. So for example, Thursdays, I wash all of our towels, and then I have another day dedicated to the kids' bedding and another day dedicated to our bedding. So then it means everything's not piling up and I don't end up with mountains of washing on the weekend, but at the same time, I know it's not going to get forgotten about, and it has a day to do it. And when you get into this routine, it's also helpful for your family. Again, as your kids start to get older, so I'm talking young primary school and up, if your kids know the day that their bed is getting washed, part of their job that morning can be to strip their bed. Again, as I said, I'm a huge believer in having kids help out, not as a punishment, but just as, this is life. When we all help each other out, then we have time to enjoy life together. And that's what we talk a lot about with our kids. Their jobs, they have many jobs that they do every day, every weekday and on weekends. And we say, it is not because we're punishing you or because you've done the wrong thing, but we all help out. And when we all help out, it gets done, it's easier. It gets done faster, which means we have more time together on a family day. And my kids call Saturday family day because we try and prioritize time on a Saturday, distraction free, to just spend quality time together. Whether it's the park, riding bikes, doing something special like paying for an activity, whatever it may be, they look at Saturday as family day. So they know by helping out in the week, although they don't love it, but as adults, we don't love it. It's just a part of life, right? And it's setting them up with those values, but it also, they know they're getting to the age, they can see the cause and effect. I don't like it, but if I do it, I know I have something to look forward to and more time on the Saturday. Now, let me tell you about another strategy with putting clothes away. So for some people, when your kids go to get their clothes, they just pull everything out, it's in a mess, and you just end up wondering, why did I spend so much time folding? So if you are wanting to foster that independence in your kids, you have to let go of that, right? Because either we can have perfectly neat drawers, but it means we have to micromanage everything. We have to put their clothes away. We have to get their clothes out. If that's what you want to do, then there's no judgment for that. Remember, you need to choose what's right for your family. But for me, I don't want to be spending time micromanaging all of that on my kids because, I need to look after me too and not be stressing about how neat and tidy their drawers are. So a strategy that I know that some mothers use is they don't even worry about folding their kids' clothes. They either just put a box on different shelves or in their drawers, and if it's a t-shirt drawer, they just chuck it in. Or if it's a t-shirt box, they just chuck it in because their kids are gonna rifle through it anyway. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. You have to know what's gonna work for your family and let go of any societal expectations or judgments. And if that's what works, then roll with it. That's totally fine. The last tip that I'm going to give you this week, and one of probably the most influential things that we have ever done as a family when it comes to washing, is we converted to capsule style wardrobes a few years ago. Now I say capsule style because we are not a strict capsule wardrobe, but a capsule wardrobe, if you've never heard of the term, it's basically you buy specific, or you don't have to buy, you can start with the clothes that you have, but you design a specific wardrobe on basics that mix and match, and it's all about minimizing the amount of clothes that you have. So Converting to a capsule style wardrobe means that we went from these huge wardrobes to much smaller wardrobes that are much easier to manage, that work together better. So it just means that when there are less clothes, there's less to be worn, there's less to be washed, there's less to put away. And I say to clients all the time, organized clutter is still clutter. So when you can minimize your clothes, you minimize the load when it comes to washing and putting away. Converting to a capsule style wardrobe does take time, it takes planning, and it does take adjustment. And if you have grandparents or people that like to buy your kids lots of clothing for birthdays and Christmases and things like that, it does take having a conversation with them to explain what you're doing, why you're doing it, and have them get on board with that. So my mother-in-law, bless her, she's so generous, and you know, she had 4 boys. She was a mother to 4 boys, so she just loves spoiling my girl, and my girl loves it. But since converting to capsule style wardrobes, you know, now we are just able to provide some parameters, or we will go shopping together and we'll be able to choose pieces together, because, you know, we want in their wardrobes to have minimal pieces, but pieces that also mix and match. And when your pieces mix and match and most of your wardrobe matches all together, it's so much easier for your kids to get dressed, because they're not coming out in these crazy loud outfits that don't work, because, you know, pretty much all of their clothes match. It also means when you go on holidays, it's so easy, because you basically just pack your whole wardrobe, because our capsule wardrobes kind of cover us for a whole week. So if we're going away for a week, we basically just pack our whole wardrobe, which again is another way that makes life so much easier and stress-free. Now, if converting to a capsule wardrobe is something that interests you, I do have a blog post on it that has a free download, so I'll pop that in the caption. But also please feel free to reach out to me either on Instagram at karagrace_co, or send me an email, leave a comment here, and I'm more than happy to talk you through how to do that. And I also wanted to let you know that coming up in just a couple of weeks, I'm going to be hosting a free online class, and it's called the 3 Pillars to an Organized Home. So if you're watching this video because you want to get on top of your washing, because you want to get more organized and have time for what's important, you will love this class. So please sign up and come along. I will also pop that link down below in the caption to this video. Choose the time that suits you, sign up, and in the 3 Pillars to an Organized Home, I'm going to go more in depth to some of the concepts, like staying on top of your washing, like simple routines. So yeah, it's going to be really great. I would love to have you there. So click on that and register. And I'm always happy to chat. So send me any of your questions, leave a comment. If you have any additional washing tips that I haven't covered in this video, leave it in the comment, and let's just like start a thread of all the best tips, and we can just learn off each other. Hopefully we can share enough ideas that everybody can find something that works for them and their family. I would also so appreciate if you subscribe and like this video, and I'll be back next week with a brand new video for you on wellness, cooking, organization, or family life.